the narrative poem. Can anybody tell me what a narrative poem is? Yep.
Like a poem tells a story like the Odyssey of the Iliad.
Yes, yeah, those can be examples. But basically, a narrative poem, like he said, is poetry that uses emotional language, so still your rhyming schemes can be in it, to describe an experience that you had or a story. So they're going to have a beginning, a middle, and an ending. Some examples of that type of poetry would be Annabel Lee by Edgar Allan Poe, Casey at Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer, and The Jabberwocky, if you guys have ever read that, by Lewis Carroll. So I'm going to read you guys a poem about a snowman, and I want you guys to listen and kind of look for these things because these basically make up a story, you know, if you were to read a story. So listen, just kind of try to organize your thoughts, pick out who the characters are, the setting of the story, the speaker who's talking, the plot, so the beginning, middle, and end, the tone, how the poem is being told, and then the theme. Okay, here we go. 'Twas the first day of springtime, and the snowman stood alone, as the winter snows were melting, and the pine trees seemed to groan. Ah, you poor sad smiling snowman, you'll be melting by and by, said the snowman. What a pity, for I'd like to see July. Yes, I'd like to see July, and please don't ask me why, but I'd like to, yes, I'd like to, oh, I'd like to see July. Chirped a robin, just arriving, seasons come and seasons go, and the greatest ice must crumble when its flower's time to grow. And as one thing is beginning, so another thing must die, and there's never been a snowman who has ever seen July. No, they never see July, no matter how hard they try. No, they never, ever, never, ever, never, ever see July. But the snowman stiffed his carrot nose and said, at least I'll try. And he bravely smiled his frosty smile and blinked his coal black eye. And there he stood and faced the sun, a-blazing from the sky. And I really cannot tell you if he ever saw July. Did he ever see July? You can guess as well as I. If he ever, if he never, if he ever saw July. So that's our story about our snowman. Okay, can anybody tell me who the characters are in this story? There was two. Yes. A snowman, and who else? Who's kind of picking at the snowman? The robin. Yep. Okay, so the snowman and the robin. Okay, what was the setting? Were we in the winter still? Anyone remember? Were we in July? We were in the springtime. Very good. Now this one's a little bit tricky, but can anybody tell me who the speaker was in that poem? It's like So what kind of happened at the beginning? Who was talking first? Mr. Snowman was. And what was he saying? What did he want to do, guys? He wanted to see July so bad. So the middle of our story, the climax of our story was what? What was this guy doing? The rock. He was saying, hey, snowmans don't see July, they melt, right? And then at the end of our poem, who was talking? Our narrator, right? And what was he saying? Did he have faith in our snowman? No, he didn't think a snowman would ever see July. So that kind of goes along with our tone. What would our tone be of this poem? Was it happy? Was it sad? How did you guys feel about this? Kind of sad. But how was the snowman when he was talking? Was he sad and like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to see July? Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was happy the whole time.
Yeah, he was hopeful.
He had a good
Our
attitude.
poem would be hopeful. And last, our theme. Does anyone know what the lesson is, kind of, from this poem? What would you say if you had to put this poem in a lesson? Yeah, it could be that. But basically, it's saying to never give up. You know, even if something's not looking so good, guess what? Maybe you'll see July.
Jan, how are you getting this to...
All right, you guys need some work on your poetry. That was like a 6th grade.
What? Like, is it me? No.